What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Devil's Advocate live stream. Okay, this is a live stream channel for my main channel, which is Devil's Advocate. The link is in the description down below. Please check it out. It would be mad helpful. Yeah. So we're just gonna react to some videos. You know, a few TikToks, I guess, in the beginning, and maybe some Kendra G, which I've done before. Please, hopefully you guys, checked it out. Yeah. So let's get started. Let's react to some videos. Okay, so this was a video, a TikTok video that got pretty popular, I guess viral, right? In a little while ago. And people were talking about it, so I figured, why not react to this as well? So let's check it out.
I'm dating a broke guy, and it really, really sucks because he has the best personality, hands down. I have so much fun with him, but it's like it's gotten to the point where right now I'm not doing as financially well as I normally do. So in the past, like, we have taken trips, but I've paid for the trips, I've paid for the hotel, I've paid for the rental of the car. If we've been to concerts, I've paid for the tickets. He does what he can when he can, but he doesn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? But he does what he can when he can. But it's gotten to the point where it definitely sucks because I'm not doing as well financially. I can't afford to do things for two people. I can't even afford to do things just myself right now. So because I can't afford to do things for two, we actually don't do anything. We haven't done anything. Like, if I'm being honest, like in September, for my birthday month, he does celebrate me around those times though. He does celebrate me around the holidays. He does celebrate me around my birthday. But yeah, it's been October, November, December, January. So for the past 4 months, me and him, we just been like sitting ducks. And yeah, it sucks. Like, it's crazy because I feel like females come online and talk about, like, look what he bought me, look what he got me, look at where he took me. It's like the ones that are dating the broke men, we don't talk about it. But it's like, no, I mean, I don't know, there has to be like a conversation about it. And it really sucks because I feel like it's kind of getting to the point where if I'm not the breadwinner, or if I don't somehow make my life lead me up to making income for two, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to be with this person. And it just really sucks because like I said, he has like the best personality, hands down. So I'm on here to ask, what do I do? And don't be too cold, like, don't be too rude, you know what I'm saying? Because I had my narcissist ex-boyfriend who made way more money than I did, and that wasn't the answer. Like, so it's like, where is the common ground? Like, and obviously I do have a little bit of fear, like, if I stay with him during this whole time and I continue to help out, is he gonna just walk away when he does better? It's just it's so scary. It's so crazy because it's like, I really, really like him, and I really, 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 like, don't want to, like, not be with him. But at the same time too, like, I'm too effing old to do this shit. Like, I've already spun around this block a few times. Like,
Okay, I didn't want to I wanted to play the video and then break it down. Okay? This is the problem with a lot of women right now, right? So hopefully you guys watched it, so let's break it down.
I'm dating a broke guy, and it really, really sucks because he has the best personality, hands down. I have so much fun with him, and but it's like it's gotten to the point where
So this is the thing, right? Women have, I honestly believe, become conflicted. Personality, right? If he's a morally good guy, very loyal, good good personality, right? And she has fun with him. That should be the most important thing. Okay? If you are working yourself, right? If you're working yourself, so you don't it's like the main important thing, right? I think women should their standard should start at the man needs to be able to provide for himself, plain and simple. If I would give any woman advice, that man needs to be able to actually take care of himself, pay all his bills, pay all his debts, or just take care of his debts at least, and just not go hungry, not ask you for money. That's the thing, right? You don't need to ask him for money, but he definitely does not need to ask you for money, right? So if those things, if that's, and honestly, I believe that is the true bare minimum, right? Take care of yourself. You're an adult, okay? The plus is now he's a good guy, good personality, and you have fun with him. That's amazing.
right now I'm not doing as financially well as I normally do. So in the past, like we have taken trips, but I've paid for the trips, I've paid for the hotel, I've paid for the rental of the car. If we've been to concerts, I've paid for the tickets. He does what
Let me say this, right? I honestly believe that women or people in general, but mostly women, live beyond their means. Most people are not taking trips daily or even monthly, barely yearly, right? Maybe once every couple years, people are taking a trip. Concerts, people. This is the thing where I think a lot of problems with modern day people, modern day relationships, are younger women. You need those experiences. You're dying for those experiences. Okay? Concerts, trips, vacations, all these things. Average people, you can't afford it. Right? You cannot afford consistently going on trips like every other month, a couple times a year, going on these concerts. This is the problem. I'm guessing she's in her mid-20s. I'm guessing, okay? A man in his mid-20s. Although she shouldn't be paying for him as well, right? If he can't do it, he shouldn't go, right? He shouldn't go. But this is the problem with like women are dying for these experiences. And I get it, you want to have fun in life, but it's just not how it works, right? Middle class people are barely going it. So most likely these are like under middle class people. You can't afford it. That's not a lifestyle you can't afford. Going on trips, having great vacations, going on concerts, doing a lot of fun things. The best you could do is find fun things around your city. That's it, right? That's pretty much the thing. Traveling is an expense that people can't afford. And the problem is that a lot of people, especially the younger generation, or just the modern mindset, is that they want to live beyond their means. I wanted to talk about this because you see those videos or those people saying that, I make 100K and that's not even enough. No, that is enough. It's not enough when you live beyond your means, right? When you have to go to the best supermarket or like a high price supermarket, go on trips every so often, right? Because hell, when I was growing up, my family didn't even go on trips like that. And we were kind of middle class. So I just think that maybe the biggest problem is that people live beyond their means. People are really looking for those experiences in life. And I get it, right? You're young, you want to experience it, but that's life, right? People can't afford it, you know? You're not it's just the hard the cold reality of life. So, this is the thing where you have to sacrifice your youth for later on, where you work hard, you save the money, you invest the money, you make the money for later on, maybe in your late 30s, hopefully 40s, whatever. Then you could do stuff. But when in your youth you're spending money, you're spending money doing all these experiences, well, you're sacrificing your future.
He can when he can, but he doesn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? But he does what he can when he can.
This is the thing, right? Enough is just this is the problem, right? I honestly believe that this is the kryptonite of a lot of women. Men are not enough. You're not doing enough for me. Like I said, she shouldn't be paying for him, right? She shouldn't be paying for tickets, vacations, all this stuff for him. She shouldn't. If she wants to go, fine, it's her money. Do it. But if he cannot afford his own ticket, he shouldn't go with her. He should be saving money. He should be working. He should be investing. That's what he should be doing. Not spending money he doesn't have doing things. That's the thing.
But it's gotten to the point where it definitely sucks because I'm not doing as well financially. I can't afford to do things for two people. I can't even afford to do things just myself right now. So because I can't afford to do things for two, we actually don't do anything. We haven't done anything. Like, if I'm being for honest, like in September, for my birthday month, he does celebrate me around those times though. He does celebrate me around the holidays. He does celebrate me around my birthday. But yeah, it's been October, November, December, January. So for the past 4 months, me and him, we just been like sitting ducks. And yeah, it sucks. Like, it's crazy.
I mean, it's like maybe I'm old school. That's not a big deal. If you like maybe every couple weeks go out on a dinner date, movie date, it's like, isn't that enough, right? A movie date. It's like, what? This is the thing, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, sitting ducks. It is like, what? This is the thing where I need to go on a cruise. I need to go on an airplane. I need to go to a concert out of the city and all this. It's like, this. I think this is the problem with social media, where you see the top 20% or whatever women, or wealthy people doing things. You are hungering to do them as well. When you can't afford them, it's not your lifestyle, right? But whatever money you have, a paycheck, 2 paychecks, boom, boom, go and do it. But that's the problem, right? Average people, you're not the top 20. You're not the the 6-figure, because like 6 figures, right? Only about 15% or under even makes that. And that's that's everyone, right? So it's like, you have to live an average life. Go on movie dates. Go on walk dates. Go on a dinner, an average dinner date. That's enough, right? Maybe go to if she wants. If she was like trying to a museum, I think they don't cost that much. It's like, do movies. Do something really simple and cheap. That's it. But this is the thing where she has a guy sounds like it from her words as a good guy. He just can't afford the extravagance or the fun, crazy, good, fun experiences. Okay, then do average things. A date. I mean, I'm pretty sure he can afford a movie date, right? It's like, but this is the problem where, like I said, women are getting jealous or brainwashed because of social media, where you see women dating men that have six figures or men that's really wealthy, and now you want to be a part of that too.
Because I don't think, like, I feel like females come on online and talk about, like, look what he bought me, look what he got me, look at where he took me. It's like the ones that are dating the broke men, we don't talk about it. But it's like, no, I mean, I don't know. There has to be like a conversation about it. And it really sucks because I feel like,
What's the conversation? The conversation is that he loves me. He's faithful to me. He thinks about me, right? It's like we watched this movie together. Think of a hobby together, right? I don't know. Whatever hobby. We played a board game. It's like, do something that's not. It's like, this is what I'm saying, and she mentioned it, right? How certain women, right, the women that's with the rich men, with the six-figure men, and experiencing that life, women are getting jealous or whatever, right? Because they want that too. But that's the problem. One, there's not enough of those men to go around, so no wonder why those men would cheat. Those men would have more than one woman. And this is the thing where no man is perfect. If you get a man that makes six figures and above, well, you might sacrifice other things, i.e. maybe personality, maybe loyalty, maybe morality. You can't have it all.
it's kind of getting to the point where if I'm not the breadwinner, or if I don't somehow make my life lead me up to making income for two, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to be with this person. And it just really sucks because like I said, he has like the best personality hands down. So I'm on here to ask, what do I do? And don't be too cold.
What do you do is you change your mindset. That is what women need to do. You need to change your mindset. What are you trying to go for, right? You want to go for a rich man? Go for that. You want to go for a man that's moral and loyal and stands on his principle? Go for that. You want to go for a man that has everything? Try your luck. Because that is the insanity. When you're looking for perfection, a man that's above six figures, has six figures and above. A man that's loyal, that stands on his principles, that's moral, that's a gentleman, that's all these things that, like, you kidding me? You are trying to build a man. That's not how it works. And this is the problem, right? This is why I said women are their own problems. They don't understand that they are doing or causing the problems they have in the dating market. Because if you looking for perfection, you will continue. You will never stop looking. You have a good man. Okay? The best you should hope for is that he could take care of himself. That's the best you can hope for. That you don't have to take care of him financially. Okay? That is the best thing you can hope for, because after that, that's the bare minimum. If he can take care of himself, boom. Anything now is that if he's a good guy, he's a fun guy, that's great. You don't need to take care of him, right? I mean, that's the insanity.
Be too rude, you know what I'm saying? Because I had my narcissist ex-boyfriend who made way more money than I did, and that wasn't the answer. Like, so it's like, where is the common ground? Like, and obviously
she said it. It's not the answer, because she's been there. She's dated men that made more than her. But there comes problems, right? I saw another story. So she said her ex cheated on her with another woman, with multiple women. This is a thing, right? Women seem to be deluded. What do you truly want? A man with character and loyalty, or a man that makes six figures and above? It's like women's like, oh, he should have six figures, then loyalty, and all that. Why? It's like, and you wonder why you're single, right? You wonder why you have problems, because you are asking for perfection.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of fear. Like, if I stay with him during this whole time and I continue to help out, is he gonna just walk away when he does better? It's just, it's so.
That's the weird thing, right? Then I don't know what kind of man you think he is, right? Help out is like you. It is great that women support men, right? They support their man, try to help them improve themselves, right? But you have to understand what kind of man he is, right? If he is he the man is he a man that's truly loyal or not, right? So this it is a risk that you have to take, right? Because I don't know the man. She says he sounds like he's a good guy, right? So if he's working on himself and trying to improve, and then when he gets to a certain level, that's when he will change. Then he was never a good man to begin with, in my opinion. So I don't know. Here's our like reaction to a comment that I thought was interesting.
So he has a job. It's a good job. But I also feel like he has a lot of debt. And then I also feel like he's the type of person, like, he jokes to me or whatever because he's like, I'm so nice that you would have to be like the opposite because I'm not that nice. But it's not that. I think I know how to say no, like, to people. Like, if it's a no, it's a no. I don't care what you need. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like I work too damn hard. I'm really trying to make it out of where I am, like, and that's the way I've always been, like, for, I don't know. So he has a job, it's a good job, but there is a lot of debt. But then again, like, the way that the world has been lately, like COVID and inflation, it has been a little bit hard. And he's a homeowner, I'm a homeowner, so sometimes when you have homes, things happen and they're not.
He's a homeowner. It's like he has debt. Okay, don't marry. It's like no one's asking you to marriage, so his debt is his debt. If he can handle it, that's fine. This is a thing where women seem to like broke is such a. It's like this is the problem, right? This is the problem with a lot of women. Broke, but when you own a home, because you have debt. Well, plenty of people have debt. I don't know her history, but I'll be surprised if she has no debt, right? And a lot of debt. Okay, fine. He may have done something. Maybe he financed, his house, with debt. And it's like there's reasonings, right? But it's like I said, the bare minimum is as long as he's taking care of his own stuff, right? He's not asking you for money. That's the thing, right? If this is a man that's like taking care of his own things, not asking you for money, that's golden. That's golden. Just as long as he's taking care of his stuff, that he's not struggling, right, in debt. But he has debt, but he's not struggling in it. He's paying it off, and then he's paying his bills, and he's living his life, paying his, his whatever. He's not asking you for money.
Small things, like, they cost thousands of dollars. So he's basically the type of person where there's not really like a rainy day fund, and I'm the type of person where I'm all about the rainy day fund. Like, I am the queen of, no, I cannot get my lashes done, I need to save those $200. Like, that's literally why, like, I wear strip lashes, because strip lashes are cheaper than getting lash extensions. I don't do my eyebrows. Like, nobody does them for me. I do them myself. My nails.
Now, this is the thing, right? If and I believe a lot of people, right? They don't have enough financial education. If he's not saving up money, that is a problem, but that's a personal problem. Again, I don't know how old he is. Usually people date within their own age range. They don't really, as as social media portray, people are not dating 10 men, partners that are 10 years older than them, right? It's usually 2 to 3 years older or even under, right? Depending on the partner. So if I'm guessing she's around in her 20s, mid to maybe late 20s, he's probably the same. People, they do have very poor financial education. It is a problem that he's not saving, which, if she's his girlfriend, she should recommend it. You know, she should really push it to get like a high interest savings account. You know, to build that into a emergency fund. That's something that, as if that's what you're doing, right? If that's what she's doing, she's building her own self. She should be recommending him to save too. You know, don't use money and don't, talk to him about this stuff. Don't go on, concerts, plane trips, cruise, what all this stuff. No, save the money. Save your money.
Like, yeah, I just got my nails done, but it's been the first time in like 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Like before that, I just kept them bare natural. Like, I'm the type of person where I'm like, if I don't need it, I don't need it. If I want a new pair of shoes, I sell an old pair of shoes. Like, I'm very so much that human being. So sometimes I just don't really know if there's a real game plan that's actually going to be put in motion. Like, and then it's so crazy because sometimes some people have different luck than you do. Like, I know, and I always am super grateful to the universe, to God. I'm very lucky. I've always had really good things happen to me. I've always been placed like in the right space for a blessing. So, and sometimes like I see the way things happen to him and I'm like, why is that happening to you? Like, what is going on? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you step on some shit? Like, did you step on some negativity? Like, so, do you guys believe in like the evil eye? Like, what is going on? Like, sometimes, like, literally, I see the way things happen to him. I see the way his life unfolds for him. And I'm like, why is this happening to you? Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I do know his family because at first, I swear, I thought I was being conned. Like, I thought this was like a really elaborate scam. But I've definitely gotten to the point that I don't give anymore. Like, even if I do have, I don't give. Like, I cannot help. Like, I cannot help. Like, I have to see you climb out of this hole. I have to.
I don't. She's very vague so far, so I don't sure. I hope that she's not talking about like she's giving him money. She's, so this is the thing, right? I'm not saying that there's no red flags. Yes, there's red flags in this guy, right? Homeowner, great. A lot of debt, that's a bit of a red flag. I do agree with her, but it's like, it depends. If he's taking care of himself, that's the thing, right? He's not asking you for money. Don't matter how much debt he has. If he's not asking you for money and he's taking care of his debts, great. Not having a savings account, emergency fund, that's a bit of a red flag. If she say that she's helped, I don't know if she's helped him, So that if it's true, it's like it's cool that you help your boyfriend sometimes. Again, going by what she said, there's no really a whole lot of detail, like how long they've been together. That's what I'm thinking. If they've only been together for a few months, helping him it's a bit iffy, right? Because it's like you have to you can't just give and give when you truly don't know the person enough, right? Well enough, because it could turn around and bite yourself, right? Because you don't know the person well enough. So I wouldn't recommend just helping out so early, because yes, he needs to. These are adults. They need to, fix their own problems. Okay, so yeah.
Know that you can get out of this, and he said, he has all the best intentions in the world. Like, he does, but sometimes, like, I don't know if it's his luck, I don't know what it is, but sometimes things happen to him and I be so confused. Like, I just don't know. And so it's gotten to the point where I ask him, like, do you pray? Like, cause it's like, what am I doing that you're not doing? Like, why are we like so close in proximity, but your life is like so this one way and mine is like so this other way? Like, so I'm like, I think like prayer, like, so I don't know. So
don't be delusional. Life is life, right? not everyone lives the same life, right? It's just I'm honestly a believer, not religion, but it's like, you know, like a butterfly effect kind of thing, right? You walk one way, boom, it's a totally different path. Then you turn the other way, boom, it's a totally different path, kind of shit, right? I don't know, you step on one bug, boom, it's changed. I'm more like, I'm kind of believer in that, like the butterfly effects, where, you know, just your actions will dictate the things, the consequences that happen in your life. So, and honestly, that's just life. No one lives the same life. So, to be honest, I go back to it. They're adults. He's an adult. As long as he's handling his shit, that's it. That's all that matters. So, I don't know. I would. That's my advice to her. Just hopefully the man handles his shit. That's it.
He does have a job. It is a good job. The world has been kind of effed up lately with COVID and inflation. So that's why I don't know if it's his fault. I don't know how long I should give him. Like, I do have like one homegirl and she's like, dump him, leave him. But I'm like, damn, like, I don't know.
I would say this, right? She should leave him, because if she's already so hung up on these supposed red flags of hers, it's just not gonna be. It's just not gonna be a healthy relationship. It might be toxic, right? Where she may have whatchamacallit, animosity, maybe not animosity, but just negative feelings towards him, that he's not handling his own, or he's not doing enough, right? He's not enough for her. So this is a thing where, honestly, if you said your problems, right, you're not making enough, boom, okay, just move on, break up, find the man that you're supposed, that you, because at the end of the day, right, one of the things that women have a problem with is that they waste time and they blame it on someone else when you chose to do it. Okay, if you chose to stick with this man, he didn't waste your time, you chose to do it. So if, and I was saying it, women see red flags already, and some, they see their own what they view as red flags. So she's seen these red flags, and if it's not making her happy, if being with him is not happy, right, because there's some, you know, negativity, some unhappiness, then leave. Quit making because this feeling will eventually turn the relationship toxic.
It's tough. It's really tough because it's just really tough because his personality really is that good. He really is that great of a person, and it's not even about the sex. Like, it's not even about that. Yeah, I don't know. I do want to give it a few more months. Sometimes I do feel though, like if I keep, because we already have had a conversation about finances, but if I continue to have a conversation about his finances, it gets to the point with him that I feel like I'm nagging. You know what I'm saying? Because if I keep saying it over and over and over and over again, but it's only been like 2 weeks, what can he really do in 2 weeks? That's why the one homegirl that I do have, I told her, like, I have to give it a few months. Like, because I already got fed up with it, that I know I'm fed up, and I think he realizes I'm fed up. I have to at least give him a few months to figure out the situation. But I don't know. That's why I came on TikTok to, like, just talk about it a little bit, because
if she's fed up, she should leave. That's plain and simple, right? I honestly believe that a few months is like, what is it gonna really do? It's not. It takes, in all honesty, it could take years. So, and look at this, right? For average people, okay, for average men, they don't come into financial stride. If he has a good job, right? And he continues that job, most men won't get into a financial maturity until, let's say, they're late, 40s. if that, right? Their 40s, maybe their late 30s, sometime in their 40s, right? So it's those things, because if you continue to stay in the job that you are, right, and you're financially literate, you make good decisions, it builds up only later in life. This is how it is. So this is the thing where, if let's again, this is the thing, right? Where women have to recognize, if you want to build with your man, and if you want to live a financially decent life. Let's say you make 50K, right? That's nothing. That's average. You make 50K, he makes 50K. You guys combine, you make 100K. And if you live a decent, good life, right? They're both homeowners, right? This is the thing, right? They're both homeowners. If you make logical decisions, you make 50K, he makes 50K, you both own homes, and this is, I'm not telling her to do it because she's already unhappy with it. My advice is just leave, right? But this is a thing where a lot of women need to understand. If you're in a certain situation where you actually love the man, it's not about money. So be logical about it. 50K, homeowner, married, you're building, you're saving together. Okay? Maybe renting out one house. That money funnels in, right? You guys are both still working. Be financially stable, right? Be financially literate. Save, invest, not spend, not go on trips, not doing this, like sacrifice, like the early years, build and like struggle through it. That's the thing. A lot of women they don't want to do, right? A lot of women don't want to do that because they want that man already built, and women are reaping the benefit of him being already built. That is the poison that social media is doing to women. You want a man that's already built so you can reap the rewards of his labor. Right? So like a lot of women, like either, especially in social media, they may be dating a man that's in his 40s, maybe in his 50s, where he's built himself already. And now younger women can reap the benefit of it. So that's the thing that a lot of women don't understand. And the absurdity to call a man that owns a home broke is absolutely ridiculous to me. Usually, and in my mind, a broke man is like living in his mom's basement or living with his mom, having a job at maybe McDonald's and scraping by. That's broke to me. A man that has a good job, whatever job it is, whatever she thinks is good, and owns a home is far beyond broke, in my opinion. But this is the insanity, right? The insanity of women calling a man that owns a home broke, because his net worth is already his whatever that cost of that house is. So it's crazy. I don't know. But that's the insanity of it. So, all right, we have this other TikTok video I want to react to. Let's okay, so there's this TikTok video of pretty much a single mom that wouldn't date a man with kids. So let's check it out.
Okay, so I'm a single mom, and I've been a single mom since my son was 5 weeks old. And becoming a single mom at that, has changed my perspective on a lot of stuff, including guys with children, guys that are single with kids. And 9 times out of 10, I would never date a guy with kids. And I have a kid. Let me explain why. So the way my mind thinks of it now is that there are some women out there that are choosing to be single moms. There are some women out there that, you know, are shitty moms. There are some moms out there that did their partners dirty and, you know, the split was because of them. That's very much so possible. However, motherfucking comma. Most moms are not choosing to be single moms. That's the way I think about it now. When a man is trying to entertain me and he has a child, it makes me think, why didn't you and your baby mother work out? Because now she's a single mom. You know what I mean? And when you have a kid, whether it's with someone that you're married to, a relationship with, or whatever, like, you're expecting a family. You're expecting your child to have both parents in the same house, together, amicable, in love. So when you're raising a child separately, something must have happened. And first of all, let's be for real. As moms, 9 times out of 10, we don't have time to cheat. We're being moms. Like, let's be for real. And I'm not saying cheating is the only reason why a relationship could not work. Because I've had men tell me that, oh, them and their baby mama didn't work out because their baby mama was tripping or whatever. And it's like, when a man tells me that their baby mama's tripping, and let's say their kid is like a year old, that makes me feel like, okay, so she's going through postpartum and you didn't have the mental capacity or the patience to deal with her postpartum. Especially if it's a situation where he gets his kid like every other weekend. Like, no mom is choosing that. No mom wanted that to happen. Especially if he has multiple baby mamas. If he has 2 or more baby mamas, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I learned my lesson the first time. Why the fuck you haven't? Moral of the story is, I'm getting a private investigator on whoever the fuck I end up with next. Like, seriously, whoever I end up like dating, oh, best believe the PI is gonna be on that ass. Because these men be lying about why they're not with their baby mamas no more. They be motherfucking lying. And I'm not even necessarily thinking about baby mama drama, because ain't no baby mama drama when it comes to my child's biological father and me. That shit is over and done with. When we broke up, we broke up. But it's because of how bad he did me. And especially after the fact, the disrespect that I've gotten after the fact. So that's what made me think, like, too, like, when a situation is so volatile to the point where I won't even like entertain any type of conversation with you as your child's mother, like, as someone from the outside looking in, someone's trying to date you and that's the dynamic you have with your baby mother, that would make me side eye you too. Like, why is it that bad, the beef that y'all got? You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, there are some men out there that are genuinely good single fathers that, you know, they stepped up to the plate and they got their kids and, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to do. I wouldn't mind one like that, but once again, my PI would confirm to me that that's what the fuck that is, because majority of these single dads are not single dads. And I'm also going to include dads that have like legit court order, like full custody of their kids, because if the court gave you full custody of your kid as a dad, then there legit is something wrong with the mama. They never do that shit unless they really, really have to. Because it is very possible for a mom to be a shitty mom and for a mom to, you know, go MIA on her kids and, you know.
The insanity, the absolute insanity, right? I wanted to play it, you know, like fully, and then react to it. The absolute insanity.
For moms and single moms, since my son was 5.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing where this woman, and that's right. Here's the thing, right? I'm not stupid in thinking that there will be men with no children that will hit on, date, interact, even get in relationships with women that has children. I'm not men, like, depending, I mean, is it, do top tier men do that? I don't know. But even average men, yeah, it's like, I wouldn't be surprised. I would say that that's sad that you do, because then you didn't have any better options, that you didn't want to get with a woman that didn't have kids, so you can create your own kids, you can create your own family, that you now have to settle for a woman that had failed at creating her own family. Okay? Failed at it. So now you are going for a single mom when you don't have kids yourself. That is insanity to me, right? That is illogical, and that just shows you that you are most likely a man that has very little options, because it is absolutely, utterly insanity, right? If you're a man that has lots of options, that you would settle down for a woman that has kids. It is insanity to me. It is, right? Especially a woman that would not date. She would not date herself, because she said she wouldn't date a man with kids. So essentially, you wouldn't do the same. So a man without kids should date you that you have kids, right? That you have a kid. So you wouldn't date yourself. It's like, so that's the thing where she has a rule for men that she wouldn't follow herself. That's the insanity of it. So let's break this down.
Okay, so I'm a single mom, and I've been a single mom since my son was 5 weeks old. And becoming a single mom at that, has changed my perspective on a lot of stuff, including guys with children, guys that are single with kids. And 9 times out of 10, I would never date a guy with kids. And I have a kid. Let me explain why. So the way my mind thinks of it now is that there are some women out there that are choosing to be single moms. There are some women out there that, are shitty moms. There are some moms out there that did their partners dirty, and, the split was because of them. That's very much so possible. However,
This is the thing, right? Let's
fucking comma. Most moms are not choosing to be single moms.
That's the that's the insanity of it. Every single mother, right, has chosen to be a single mom. How? Because you chose to give birth to a man that you didn't require marriage from. So even that level of commitment, you didn't request. So really, you already saw a bit of a red flag in it. That why couldn't you even want to marry this man? Right? Why wouldn't you want to marry this man before you had kids with him? Because, in my honest opinion, women choose men that they know they won't have a future with. That they see those red flags already. I wouldn't want to be a wife to this man, but hey, I would give him a kid. I still love him. I want to be with him. I will give him a kid, but do I see that level of commitment that I want to be his wife, right? Do you? No. I guarantee you, right, single mothers, that's where they fall into. That if you saw a future with this man, why not require marriage before having kids with him? Why not? So, or for the ones who say that, oh, you don't, that they're not into marriage. Okay, fine. But I doubt that, because a lot of them will say that they want marriage later on, right? So this is the craziness, right? And this is the thing. A lot of these women, this is the thing where, it is the problem where I just want them to understand, a lot of these women, is that at the end of the day, you didn't have to have kids with this man. You chose to. It's like, why? It's like a lot of women, like they rush into having kids with these men. Where how many years have you been with him, right? How long have you spent with? It's like you don't know this man inside and out. So you have kids with him. It shows you that, you know what? Your poor judgment in character. Poor judgment in a person. Okay? This is the thing where most single moms, if not all, they chose to be single moms. Because, again, if you didn't marry him, if you didn't have kids out of wedlock, if you had kids out of wedlock, well, you're essentially a single mom, right? And it's, the insanity.
The way I think about it now, when a man is trying to entertain me and he has a child, it makes me think, why didn't you and your baby mother work out? Because now she's a single mom. You know what I mean? But
this is the thing, right? Why didn't you? It's like, but a lot of women have such one-way thinking. Why didn't your father? I mean, like, look at this, right? Here's a man. If hypothetically, if he had no child, he would be saying the same thing. Why couldn't you and your child, or you and your baby father work? Because he was toxic. Well, why couldn't a woman be toxic? It's like,
you have a kid, whether it's with someone that you're married to, a relationship with, or whatever, like, you're expecting a family. You're expecting your child to have both parents in the same house, together, amicable, in love. So when you're raising a child separately, something must have happened. And first of all, let's be for real. As moms, 9 times out of 10, we don't have time to cheat. We're being...
It doesn't matter about cheating. Like, I mean, it's like, and really, you don't have time to cheat. It's ridiculous. It's absolute ridiculous that you don't have time. It's like, this is a thing where women are absolutely like, literally, like, right? If you're raising a child and you have time to date, you have time to cheat. Because you think about this, right? If you're in a relationship with someone, or it's just you don't care about that person anymore, okay? You don't go on dates, you don't do nothing with that person. It's like, this is why a lot of women are just illogical. They're just not thinking straight at all.
Moms. Like, let's be for real. And I'm not saying cheating is the only reason why a relationship could not work. Because I've had men tell me that, oh, them and their baby mama didn't work out because...
Again, if you have time to date as a single mom, you have time to cheat as well.
Their baby mama was tripping or whatever. And it's like, when a man tells me that their baby mama's tripping, and let's say their kid is like a year old, that makes me feel like, okay, so she's going through postpartum and you didn't have the mental capacity or the patience to deal with her postpartum. Especially...
So, and she said later on, her man was whatever. He was treating her bad. Well, you didn't have the mental capacity to deal with him. Right? You didn't have the mental capacity to deal with him. So a man should have a mental capacity to deal with you. What?
If it's a situation where he gets his kid like every other weekend, like, no mom is choosing that. No mom wanted that to happen. Especially if he has multiple baby mamas. If he has 2 or more baby mamas, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I learned my lesson the first time. Why the fuck you haven't? Moral of the story is, I'm getting a private investigator on whoever the fuck I end up with next. Like, seriously, whoever I end up like dating, oh, best believe the PI is gonna be on that ass. Because these men be lying about why they're not with their baby mamas no more. They be motherfucking lying.
And this is why, right? I honestly believe, and if you should check it out, I do Kendra G reaction videos, which I'll probably do later, is that a lot of these single mothers are still looking for somebody. Right? They're still looking for somebody. So really, I see women like this will stay chronically single. Because of their mentality. It's like, really, you wouldn't date someone like you. So really, you expect another person to do it. And it's like, I'm pretty sure she's not telling the amazing truth.
And I'm not even necessarily thinking about baby mama drama, because ain't no baby mama drama when it comes to my child's biological father and me. That shit is over and done with when we broke up.
See, this is also a thing, right? What you consider drama, or what you consider drama or not drama, someone else might not. Right? Someone else, how you interact with your baby dad, someone else may seem that as dramatic or drama, right? So this is the thing where women just they think they have a certain view of life, their own bubble of the world, right? And no other view makes sense to them.
Oh, we broke up, but it's because of how bad he did me, and especially after the fact, the disrespect that I've gotten after the fact. So that's what made me think.
And you couldn't deal with it, right? You didn't have the mental capacity, the emotional intelligence to deal with it, right? How bad he did. It's like so you can supposedly I'm not saying blame, but like you can possibly, you can chalk it up to a woman's emotional instability, right? A man cannot deal with it and leaving. But you cannot say the same thing for a man's emotional instability and you not being able to deal with it. Women.
Too, like when a situation is so volatile to the point where I won't even like entertain any type of conversation with you as your child's mother, like as someone from the outside looking in, someone's trying to date you and that's the dynamic you have with your baby mother, that would make me side eye you too. Like why y'all, like why is it that bad, the beef that y'all got, you know what I mean? So,
but it sounds like she sounds like she has a beef with her baby daddy too, right? She just said the toxicity afterwards. It's like, this is the thing where this is the insanity.
yeah, I mean, there are some men out there that are genuinely good single fathers that, they stepped up to the plate and they got their kids and, they're doing what they're supposed to do. I wouldn't mind one like that. But once again,
This is the thing, right? I don't say nothing wrong from you to vetting somebody properly, right? Really getting to know somebody. But saying like, oh, because you have kids, I'm not gonna get no. Because I've gotten to know you, I don't want to be with you. That makes more sense. Just saying that, oh, because you have kids, I'm not gonna date you. Well then, why would someone that doesn't have a kid want to date you? For the exact reasonings, right? You put on a man that has kids, you're no different. You're no better. Okay? You essentially chose to be a single mom when you picked the man that you picked to have kids with. You should have married him. But no, you didn't. Right? This is the ridiculousness of it. It's like the pure hypocrisy of anyone saying that, right, is just beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I honestly hope, right? And again, I know I'm wrong about it, but men that has no kids, it is insanity that you would be in a relationship with a woman that has kids. That's, to me, that's insanity. Again, unless you don't really have that many options, okay, understandable. But if you are a top tier man or, doing well for yourself, right, it would be insanity to me for if you would. I mean, again, you linking with them, you having sex with them, you playing around, fine, whatever. It is what it is. But you actually being in a relationship with a woman that has kids when you don't, it is insanity to me. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Ooh. Okay, I'm probably gonna do this last video because I want to keep the stream, not too much longer than an hour. So I think that'll be good. Yeah, that's different. Okay, it's fine. Alright, I saw this video and I thought it would be interesting to react to. It has some topics that I would probably want to go over, so we'll check it out. I guess that's fine. All right, let's check it out.
Yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of my engagement, and also the 3-week anniversary of me ending said engagement. I've been a stay-at-home mom and fiance for the last almost 5 years. And that's because with his career, I would have to basically leave him during the season, right? So he begged me to keep making that sacrifice. Well, that's done now. And it's time for me to start my career because I didn't go to college for nothing. Right now, I have a high-risk pregnancy. Then after that, I have to have the baby. Then I have to heal from the baby. And I have to get the baby on a schedule. So it's going to be a long time before I start working out of my house. So here I am on TikTok. Just wondering, what can I do for the likes, y'all? Like, what do you want to see? Want to see me shake salad like the Kardashians? I can shake the shit out of a salad. I honestly was going to start creating more content while we were still together, and him and I had that talk. But now my content has switched from NFL fiance to 25-year-old single mom. So just let me know what y'all want to see. I'm here for it all. Okay. I could do it all. For real. I do it all.
Except be a wife. Except be a fiance. You can't do that. So let's didn't say anything.
Yesterday was
let's break it down.
the 3-year anniversary of my engagement, and also the 3-week anniversary of me ending said engagement. I've been a stay-at-home mom and fiance for the last almost 5 years.
5 years. She's been a stay-at-home whatever. Right? Girlfriend. 5 years. You chose to do it. This is the thing where, I mean, a lot of men, let's say, again, he's an athlete, right? So he wouldn't mind you staying home. But this is the thing. He's not going to, I honestly believe that you could have done your job. You could have worked. During those 5 years, you could have worked. But no, because he's an athlete, a lot of women would take advantage of that. They want to live it up. They want to experience whatever, right? The soft girl life. 5 years, you didn't try to work. So really, it's like that's the insanity, right? Is that you make it seem like men are they want to stop you from working. You could have done your whatever you do, whatever college degree you have. You could look for a job then. No, you didn't. You didn't choose to do it. You choose to be a stay-at-home girlfriend to an athlete.
And that's because with his career, I would have to basically leave him during the season, right? So he begged me to keep making that sacrifice. Well, that's done now.
It's like it's like, because you'll see where you'll see what she's talking about. What she's doing, right? Beg him, beg to leave. When you're essentially saying that you just make content on TikTok. You're not even going through your degree. You're not even finding a job. This is the thing where you weren't smart enough to think of other alternatives. No, you will break up. This is the thing where, again, like I did the video, right, of a woman saying that, oh, they don't choose to be single mom. You choose to be single mom. Women choose to be single moms. If you didn't, you would make a better conscious decision to figure out how to solve the issues. Right? You would have done something. If you wanted to work, you would have found a way to make money. But it's like, do you really want to work? I don't think so.
And it's time for me to start my career because I didn't go to college for nothing. Right now,
And this is the thing with a lot of college women, right? It turns out that they complain about now having to work, right, in their degree, nursing, whatever, right? Whatever their degree was. And then they want the life where, okay, they will become, a stay-at-home girlfriend or a stay-at-home wife and stuff like that. This is why I said, right? This is why I wanted to talk about this video, is that this is honestly why modern day women, right? The strong, independent woman, the woman that's getting her college degree, the woman that's getting her bag. Modern day women only qualify for 50-50 relationships. To be honest, it is ridiculous that, a man that's wealthy date a college girl. No. You got your degree. Go get your money. Go get your bag. Right? Get your own money. Get your own bag. You shouldn't be dating a man that makes a lot of money or makes a lot more than you. No. You should be dating a man that's about equal, maybe. You should be dating a man that can help 50-50. He pays some of the bills, you pay some of the bills. He contributes to the household, you contribute to the household. The cooking, you do some cooking, he does some cooking. You do some bills, he does some bills. You do some chores, he does some chores. You take care of the children, he takes care of the children. 50-50. Right? So you can get use out of that college degree. You can get use out of that making your own money, getting the bag. This is right. Here's a young woman, right, who's supposedly saying, "Oh, she has to make use of that college degree." And this is the thing: more women than ever are the ones who's getting college degrees. So let's have them all make use of that college degree.
I have a high risk pregnancy. Then after that, I have to have the baby. Then I have to heal from the baby. And I have to get the baby on a schedule. So it's going to be
So, wow. She's making use of that college degree when? When is she going to make use of that college degree? This is the thing where the irrationality of women, right? You left your baby father to do what? To get a job, to use your college degree. But you're not even doing it anytime soon. Right? Her time schedule is very who knows when. So really it's like, why would you leave him? To do what? I don't get it. Right? You wanted to find a job to make use of your college degree, but now you're making excuses that you can't do it anytime soon. So you just left him just to leave him. Choosing to be a single mom.
a long time before I start working out of my house. So here I am on TikTok. Just wondering, what can I do for the likes, y'all? Like, what do you want to see? Want to see me shake salad?
Great use of a college degree. Shaking salad on TikTok for likes. What was your college degree on? Stupidity? Like
Like the Kardashians? I can shake the shit out of a salad. I honestly was going to start creating more content while we were still together, and him and I had that talk. But now my content has switched from NFL fiance to 25-year-old single mom.
25-year-old single mom. The stupidity. Right? She couldn't make it work. Because, again, we're only going by what she said. She essentially broke up her relationship. because she couldn't deal with going with him, whatever, through with his NFL season, right? She couldn't shake a salad going with him, right? She couldn't do TikTok videos while being with this man that she gave a child to, that she spent at least over 5 years with. That's the insanity of it, right? That's the. It's like it's so meaningless, right? That you would leave the man that you gave a child to over a college degree that you're not going to even use, especially no time soon. And by talking about, like, it seems like she's going through TikTok trying to, be social media famous or whatever, living off from social media. So really, you could have done that being a stay-at-home wife. That's the insanity right there. That's why I wanted to talk about this video, right? Where, again, I did a video where women just said, "Oh, women don't choose to be single. Women don't choose to be single moms." It's like, you don't know women at all. Being a woman yourself, you're pretty much oblivious to other women, right? Because you essentially chose to be a single mom when you left your man. You chose it. When you leave your man, you chose to be a single mom. Okay? Unless he left you. But even that is like, you chose the terrible man. So really, this is a thing, right? This is the insanity, right? Where the hypocrisy, the delusion, the illogicalness of women, right? It's like back and forth. This whole video from beginning to end is just, it don't make sense. You left your wealthy fiance to in pursuit of a career that supposedly deals with your college degree, but you won't be able to get a career anytime soon because of your pregnancy, and then you want to heal from your pregnancy, all that stuff. So you're going to do TikTok videos or try to get social media famous, or, social media career, when you could have done that already. You could have thought that through, where you could have stayed with the man you chose to have a kid with, and you could still done the same thing you've been doing right now. This is insanity, right? And you know what? It's like, this is a thing where women, you can talk to a man, right? It's like you're having a kid with them. You can talk to them, where maybe down the road or in between or whatever, you can start looking for your job. Because you think about this, right? On the flip side, she kind of said it herself a bit, where once your child is born, you're probably going to spend time with him. You're going to spend time with it for at least until it's in going to school, right? Going to pre-K, going to daycare, right? And that's at least until like 4 or 5. So really, it's like, now you are forced to have a job way before that, because to make a living, I don't know her situation, if the man is going to pay for anything, but he shouldn't, because she chose to leave. So he shouldn't pay for diddly shit besides the payment for his child, right? But living, paying bills, all that shit should be up to her. So she will probably have to find a job now. So that's the insanity. The utter insanity of women. Let's maybe do some Kendra G videos, right? Right. All right, let's try this one. All right, let's check out this Kendra G video.
Good. Are you ready?
I am.
Jasmine, where you calling me from?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. How old were you?
I am 42.
42.
Yes,
Do you have any kids?
I do. I have 3.
Oof, 42. I've said this before, and I will continue to say it. As women get older, they only become bigger red flags. And why did I say this, right? There's a couple reasons. One, dating for women is easy. It is easy. Because whether you're old or young, fat or skinny, I don't know, ugly or pretty, there will always be men that want to be with you, want to have sex with you, want to date you, want to even marry you. Always. But there's likely things that if it's not happening already, if you're not in a stable long-term relationship already, it is most likely because one, you are attracted to or you attract terrible men. Men that you just don't see a future with. Men that that there's a lot of red flags. He's a cheater, he's toxic, he's an abuser, whatever. Men that you don't see a future with. Okay? And two, and I think this is a bit of both, right? Is that you are hard to deal with. You are someone that men can't deal with you for long. Men don't want to be with you for long. Right? So, and it only gets worse as women get older. They don't get easier to deal with as they age. They get harder to deal with as they age, okay?
My oldest son is 20. My middle daughter is 12. And I have a 9 going on 10-year-old tomorrow who was so excited to have me on your program. She's standing in the background talking about some, mommy, are you going on there tonight? Because you got to tell her what you want. Okay.
Okay. Mama just said she's ready for you to find her a stepdaddy.
Apparently.
So are your kids by the same man?
They are not, no.
How many men?
3.
3.
3 kids by 3 different men. You couldn't make it work with 3 different men. 3 men that you chose to give children to. Like I said, she either attracted to or attract terrible men, and or she is hard to deal with. None of these men can deal with her for long. So it's what is the next man, right? Just think about it, right? What can the next man do that the other men that she gave children to couldn't have done? What? There's absolutely nothing. Nothing. Okay? She gave children to these men, right? Supposedly she loved them and all that stuff. What can the next man do? Because he'll probably be doubtful that he would get kids from her. So really, what could he do that the other men couldn't do?
Have you ever been married?
I have not. I've been proposed to 3 times, but I have not been married.
Why didn't you get married to all 3 of the men that proposed to you?
One, we were too young. The second one, found out it was just not going to work. The third one, he is a compulsive liar. So,
Were these your children's dads?
yes.
Okay.
Too young, still gave him a kid. What was the other one?
One, found out it was just not going to. I have not. I've been proposed to 3 times, but I have not been married.
Why didn't you get married to all 3 of the men that proposed to you?
One, we were too young.
Still gave him a kid.
The second one, found out it was just not going to work. The third one,
Still gave him a kid.
he was just a compulsive. He is a compulsive liar. So,
And gave him a kid as well.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
So look at this, right? Like, again, attracted to terrible men, right? You gave kids to these men. This is why I said, right? Women choose to be single mothers. Like, why would they choose that? Because they choose terrible men. These men were worth. This is the thing, right? What women can give a man is children is the most precious thing that you can give a man. Giving a man children is the most biggest thing you can give a man. So she gave 3 men children. The biggest thing she could give them. And she didn't require marriage for none of them. She didn't see it fit for any of these men to be married to. But she could give them the most prized possession she can give any man. Because at 42, the chance of she giving that prized possession to another man is not likely. So really, this is the thing, right? She can give her body to dozens, hundreds of men, right? She can give her body to a whole lot of men. Can she give them kids? Not likely, right? Not a high chance of it. So these 3 men that she gave such a high value gift, high value prize, she can't give to any other man. But these 3 men, she couldn't make it work. She couldn't marry any of them. So really, it's like how, it's like the insanity of it. You chose to be a single mom. This is a thing where this is ridiculous when women say that they didn't choose it. No, you did. Because if you didn't choose to be a single mom, you would have married the man. Married the men that you gave kids to.
Okay. What do you do for a living, Jasmine?
I am a creator and designer for Greek paraphernalia. So Greek paraphernalia, small businesses as well as schools. So I currently have licensing with my sorority, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, also Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, and Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
So Jasmine, Houston, Texas, 42. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. Let's do it. What kind of man you looking for?
I am looking for tall. My norm is tall, dark, and handsome with white teeth. So I really never had anything outside of that.
You never had anything outside of it, and yet you're 42 and still single. You obviously have not learned from your continuous mistakes, right? And obviously you have 3 baby daddies. So you definitely don't. You're definitely not someone that learns from mistakes, right? And now you want the exact same type of men that you've constantly been dealing with in your history, in your past. You still want that same type of man.
However, that's what got me here now. So I still want tall, and that's for me 6'4" or taller.
6'4". When the average height for the majority of men is about 5'8". You want top tier height. And okay, she said tall, dark, and handsome, right? And she said that's what. Now she just wants tall. So you don't want him handsome, right? I'm pretty sure she only dates black men. So really, it's like no, you essentially still want the same thing, right? You still want the same thing because most people, I would say most women, they're attracted to what they're attracted to. So if a man looks a certain way, okay, certain archetype, right? He's maybe athletic, maybe like she said, tall, maybe a certain kind of facial structure or whatever. She will like that type for other variety of men as well, right? So really, you're not going to change up handsome, right? So if you find this man handsome, well, most likely the same essence of a man, you'll find that handsome as well. You're not going to find a totally different man handsome now. He's going to be chubby and short. No, you're not going to find him handsome.
I would prefer dark, but any complexion is fine.
Okay, we're having
Definitely.
audio issues. I don't know what's happening tonight, y'all. Sounds better. Someone says better, better, better. All right. Let's try. Let me see. Don't tell me. So we got Jasmine, Houston, Texas. 42 Pisces, mom to 3 by 3 men. Never married. She creates and designs. What kind of man you looking for?
Tall, 6'4" or taller. Someone who's honest, of course. So I don't want any liars. I would prefer someone in the Houston area. However, I do travel a lot with my business, and I do travel back and forth to Illinois and Texas quite a bit as well, because I still have a home in Illinois. So I would still prefer somebody local, though.
Someone local. Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Definitely a liar, number one. Let's start with that. Number two.
Okay, real quick. I missed it, but all the cousins peeped it. Did you say 6'4" or taller?
I absolutely did. Yes. Yes.
So he has to be 6'4" or taller. All your children's dads were 6'4" or taller.
No, not all of them, but what was it? Well, one was 6'2", one was 6'4" or 6'5", and the other one was about 5'11", 5'12". But I prefer.
Okay, how tall are you, Jasmine?
Okay, wait a minute. Don't interrogate me. No, I'm 5'5" and a half.
Okay, 5'5" and a half, 6'4" and taller. So a man that was 6 feet, he wouldn't have a chance with you.
Not that he wouldn't have a chance. I would definitely. You know what? I would go for 6 feet or taller, preferably 6'4" or taller. But I would definitely talk.
And you wonder why at 42 she's still single, right? It's like, okay, you gave a man that's 5'11" or whatever, a child. Now you're like, you flip it like, do you even know what you want then? This is the insanity, right? You want you want, again, height on man is not every man is 6 foot, okay? Average height for men is 5'8". This is the thing where women is like, what does tall? She said she's 5'5" or 5'6". What does, I mean, it's like 5'8" is tall. I mean, he's taller than you, right? 5'10", he's taller than you. 5'11", he's taller than you. The insanity of it, like, how does that make him a more loyal man? It doesn't. Hell, in my honest opinion, it maybe even makes him less of a loyal man, because most women want tall men. So really, the tall men that has a lot of options, I'm not saying that they are automatically cheaters, but they have the options, right? They have like the desire, like, and again, let's say this, right? If he's handsome as well, wow, look at that. And I'm pretty sure she has other qualities that, she wants this guy to have. And this is why a lot of men say women want the men that are 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 inches, 6 packs. This is what I'm saying. It's like, and this woman's 42, and she's still delusional, like the women that are 22.
To somebody 6'4" or taller if he had everything else going for him. Absolutely.
Okay, 6'4" and taller. Okay, keep going.
Of course, somebody honest. I would love somebody who, now you don't have to be a pastor or a preacher, but I would love somebody who actually believes in a higher being and God, or, definitely it has some type of Christian base.
I've said it before, right? Women that talks about the spew, right, religion, spew being a Christian, God-fearing man, they're just showing how big of a red flag she is. This is a woman that has 3 kids by 3 different men. None of them she married. I don't know what God you're talking about. Maybe Hindu, right? Maybe Buddhism, right? It's like, because I'm pretty sure Christian God, right? Jesus and stuff. I'm pretty sure a big rule is not having children out of wedlock. A big thing is creating family, following the lead of a man. You couldn't do it 3 times. Right? This is not just one time mistake. Oh, I had a child with one man out of wedlock. No, this is 3 different times at least, right? And let's not take away the whole, having sex out of marriage. So really, it's like these women that ask for God-fearing men, and yet what teachings of God do they follow? This is the thing, right? So it shows what kind of character these women have that ask for, I want a God-fearing man. I want a Christian man. Really? Really? Because you're not an example of a God-fearing woman. Because you didn't fear God each time you had a child out of wedlock. So really, it just shows you that you're delusional. Right? So it shows you how big of a red flag you are.
I want somebody who enjoys to travel. I don't care if he has kids or not. I would prefer nobody with more than 4 kids. Although my baby will act up, but I am still open to having kids. My family is quite fertile, so I'm still open to at least having one more. For my husband only. I'm not going to have any more.
You're kidding me? Husband? Girl, you don't qualify for marriage. You don't qualify for marriage. I mean, and okay, you're 42, right? As fertile as it is, I mean, that is high risk pregnancy. So women just don't think about time frames, right? So 42, unless you will meet a guy, marry a guy within the year, right? At 43, because it's time. You gotta think. Do you think you're gonna meet a man, and then get engaged and then married before you're 45? 42, that's 3 years. That's a pretty short time frame, right? And it's because it only gets harder. It only gets worse. It only gets more of a danger for you and your body. But this is women are fine with it having children at 42 or maybe in their mid 40s. Insanity. And marriage, really? You don't qualify for marriage. This is the insanity of women. You don't qualify for marriage. None of the men that you dealt with did you ask for marriage, and now the next man has to pay more than the other men. Insanity.
Kids out of wedlock. What else? Definitely a job. I would prefer 100,000 or more for him to make. And I need somebody who's willing to actually date and get to know me and me get to know him. And if he does have kids, if he's not active in his kids' lives, he's not for me. So any man, if you are out there, if you are not active in your children's lives, then you are not the man for me. Because if you can't be active in your own kids' lives, and I don't care what the circumstances is, it's an excuse. Then you definitely can't be active in my kids' lives. So that's a huge deal breaker for me. You don't have to have full custody of your kids, but you have to be active.
Okay. So, is the goal marriage this time?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the request is a man, ideally 6'4", if not 6'4", over 6 feet.
Yes.
Make at least $100K, and marriage is the goal. How come marriage wasn't the goal before you had your other children?
The first one I was young, and it just.
Yet this is the insanity. How can young be an excuse for marriage? Yet young is not an excuse for having a kid. It don't make sense. my brain is going to explode because of the sheer anger, right? The hypocrisy. This is the thing with women, right? This is the thing with women. How can you be too young for marriage, yet you weren't too young to have kids with a man, to have a child with a man? Why? Please explain that to me. Because having a kid is so much more responsibility, so much more daunting, so much more taxing than marrying a man.
And I don't want to get married to get divorced. I've seen it too many times. And instead of me setting myself up for that, and obviously, it wasn't that marriage was proposed prior to me getting pregnant. It was honestly after I got pregnant. So, and once I got pregnant, not that it was too late, but it was just like, okay, I've seen signs after that I didn't like. And it's not something that I wanted to live with for the rest of my life. And I needed to be honest with myself. So instead of me just marrying just to say, I was married now, I'd rather wait and raise my kids and for them to be great beings, which they are, thank God.
No, and I respect that completely. But just in full transparency, you did it 3 times. So I understand, like, I think people will understand, like, the first time, but then 2 more times with 2 different men, you still went down that same route. So what made you change now? The standard would be you would have to be married first.
Um, it's not that the standard was different then. It's just that after I got pregnant, like you see a whole different side of people sometimes, and it's a side that I didn't like.
So let's say this: the craziness of her, who's saying that she doesn't want a divorce, right? Supposedly, she'll pick the man that she's synonymously been attracted to, okay? Marry him, now have kids with him, and now supposedly see a different side of him. Is she not going to divorce him? Right? This amazing beacon of Christianity, right? This Christian woman, this God-fearing woman. Is she not going to divorce him? If she wouldn't leave him, right? Because it's pretty easy for women to divorce men nowadays. This is a woman that her past has shown that she's terrible pick in men. She doesn't show that she's loyal, right? She shows that she's terrible judgment in character, terrible judgment in people, right? And weird, to be honest, it's just weird that after pregnancy, after getting some man's child, now you see something you don't like. It's very faulty to me.
Okay.
To each his own.
Totally got it. And then you said 100K. Would you date a man that made less, or that's non-negotiable?
For the lifestyle that we live in, with that's non-negotiable. At least, yeah, that would be a minimum.
Okay. Do you
And
normally
they have
date
money,
men?
so it's not only about money. Like they have money, but it's just it's money can't keep you. However, money can definitely help to keep the household together.
I understand. You normally date men that make 100K, I'm assuming.
More than that, absolutely.
So what's going on with these men? Why you can't make it work with them?
Because now it seems like some of them that's not what they come in with the intention of saying that's what they want, a long-term relationship, or that they want to lead to marriage. However, that's really not what it is. Like
what it is like I said, she's hard to deal with. Even from what I get here, I would tell you she's hard to deal with. I would tell you that it will be annoying to be with her. Right? I don't know about you, right? From what I already sense, she's annoying to be with. Right? I honestly believe she's high maintenance. Why? She's 42. She has 3 kids by 3 different men. Requiring high maintenance is absurd, right? So I see her being annoying to be with. So these men, yeah, saying that, oh, they want marriage, but once they get to know you, they don't want marriage with you. So really, you don't qualify for it.
Previously dated or went out with a doctor, and it wasn't the fact that he, he wasn't accepting of me having children and all those things. However, um, our goals did not align, so that
You
it
guys were
wasn't something
dating
that.
or you were in a relationship?
No, we dated. No,
Are you dating?
no.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Got you. All right. 100K is the minimum. She dates men that make more. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me. I just got in from my daughter's basketball game, so hold on one second. Girl, just hold up the camera and step back. Let me see.
Wait a second.
All right, there we go.
Okay, we see the
No.
booty.
Yes,
No, Mom.
it's there.
I hear your daughter. No, mom.
Right, right. Let me show her. She like absolutely not.
So, Jasmine, Houston, Texas, 42, Pisces, or mom to three. What's the age range you would date?
Ooh. Okay, so my girlfriend is gonna be like, Jasmine, really. However, I say nowadays there are men who are quite mature at between 35 and up. So and they honestly, a lot of them I have found are really looking to settle down, and they're okay, or they actually like older women. Um,
I'm sorry, a 35-year-old that will settle down with a 42-year-old like a 35-year-old man that's over 6 foot, that's probably good looking, makes over 6K, makes over six figures, and would settle for a 42-year-old that you may get one kid out of, right? He must be like so socially awkward. It is insane. He must have no options. No woman is attracted to him because this is insanity. It is insanity, right? If she said that she wanted a man that's maybe 50, 60, okay, I can understand that. That'll probably, be logical, to get what she wants. But seriously, a 35-year-old, right? A man in his 30s that fits her qualifications, he can find a woman that don't have kids. He can find a woman that is 22, that is 32, that's younger than him, that he can have multiple kids with, that he can lead, that he can be in control. You're not going to be in control of a 42-year-old woman, right? Are you kidding me? A woman that's 42, that's never been married, have 3 kids by 3 different men, if she makes over 100K herself, she ain't letting no man control her. She ain't letting no man lead her. So really, she'll be difficult to deal with. Especially from a man that's a leadership type man, a man that makes over 6 figures, a man that's well to do. This is a headache. Insanity.
2 of my kids' dads are younger. However, they have a younger mind frame. So,
Well, younger. I mean, that's what, they probably have the mind frame they're supposed to have, right? They're younger.
no. They didn't have like a young man's mind frame. They had a boy's mind frame. So,
Okay.
so I need somebody who actually has a man's mind frame now. So I want somebody who's 35 but a mature 35. And honestly, like I'm on dating apps and it's 22, 28-year-olds and I'm like, "Ooh, no. Anything that's 20, that's a no for me." My son has a 2 in front of his. No. He's 20. I don't want nobody with a 29, 28, 27, nothing. Too young for me.
Okay, so young for her. All right, when was your last relationship, Jasmine?
Ooh, my last real relationship was probably about 2 years ago.
2 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I would like to not answer that.
Oh, Jasmine?
And if she didn't answer that, I've said it before, it's most likely she's done it within the month to about 4 months, right? Because they don't want to say it because it will sound bad.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, God, I hope the static isn't back. Say it again? Oh, is it me? Oh.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it just went out for a second.
Okay. Okay, let me repeat the question. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I would like not to answer that.
Okay, no worries. What are 3 flaws you have to work on, honey?
Ooh. Number one is trust.
Okay.
I definitely need to get better with trusting people. My second one is I am loyal to a fault. So I
How are you loyal to a fault? How? You have 3 failed relationships. I mean, unless they left you, but it sounds like you left them. So really, are you really loyal to a fault?
know it seems like it's a great thing. However, like I'm one of those people, even when you do me wrong, like I'm still loyal to you. So I want to just get out of that funk of continuing to run that cycle of loyalty to the wrong people. Let me say that. My third, what would it be? Oh my gosh, my daughter's in the background saying not being not having an attitude or
This is a 9-year-old daughter?
absolutely it is. She is smarter beyond her years. So her turning double digits tomorrow is really in her head, okay?
Not the 9-year-old daughter. Okay, not having attitude. Okay. Jasmine, so you said the goal is marriage now, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
What qualities make you a wife?
Oh my gosh. My nurturing,
That makes you a mom.
of course, I mean, still my loyalty and just my love and my laughter. One of my cousins who actually,
How does laughter make you a wife? How does love make you a wife? I mean, that's pretty much, you could be a girlfriend. I mean, you don't love him as a girlfriend? I mean, like what?
sent, who told me that I needed to come on this show and watch you. Like yes, Steven. Him and his sister always talks about me and my laugh. Like I have a laugh that is so infectious, and it doesn't take a lot to honestly make me happy. Just the subtleness.
Really? You're happy with a 6-foot man, over 6-foot man, which is, what is it? 10% of the population, if that, right? You're happy with a 6-figure man, which is what? Maybe also under 10% of the population? Really? It's not that hard? If it's not that hard, the men that you want wouldn't be that hard to find.
And being true to you and who you are, and being true to me, and a true relationship, I think that it is not a lot.
Okay. Listen, why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Jasmine?
Well, first of all, look at me.
I got the most confident people on my.
She's average. What does that mean? She's average. And if you put all the other qualifications that, being 42, 3 kids by 3 different men, she's below average.
That's so dumb.
Absolutely. Secondly, like again, just I am a motivator. So if you are looking for a partner who's going to be on your team and motivate you to the next level, I am definitely she. She is me. So I mean, you can't get any better than this.
What? You're getting better, you said.
You cannot get any better than this. Fact.
I love the confidence. Jasmine, if I make you a highlight, I want you to respond to this because I saw some of the comments. I'm going to give you a chance to respond for yourself. What would you say to the people that are going to be watching? You have a 6'4", request. If not 6'4", 6 feet, makes at least $100K. Some people will say that would be a delusional request for you of a mom with 3 by 3 men. What would you say to that?
I would say check my track record. I mean, it's not hard. Like, it may be delusional to them because perhaps it's
What track record? You're not married. You're not married by any of the men that you supposedly. This is the thing, right? Men that will deal with you don't mean that this is why a lot of men contribute to women's delusion. Men that would have sex with you, men that would even take you on dates, it don't mean that you qualify for that. Right? It don't mean that if you can't lock a man down, it don't mean much. Right? If you don't have relationships with these men, it don't really mean much.
not in their foresight, or perhaps it's something that they've never had before. However, I've had that in my past. Um, Again, the one I just dated was 6'4" and he made over 100K. It's just that
But are you trying to date now, or are you trying to get married? Because there's two different
no,
categories.
no, I'm dating with the intention to get married.
So
But I feel you have to date first in order to get to know somebody.
just to be fair, we checked your track record. You never had that in a marriage dynamic, though, correct?
Absolutely. No, I have not.
Okay. I think
Well, that's your track record. So really, if you check your track record, you have failures, not success. Really? So what? What does that mean, right? Your track record shows a bunch of failures. This is the thing, right? Like I've said it time and time again. Okay? Whether you're old, young, ugly, pretty, tall, short, fat, skinny, whatever, you will always attract men. There will always be men that will want to have sex with you, want to be with you, want to be in a relationship with you. Okay? Always. It don't mean, one, it will be the men that you want, or two, it will be the outcome you want. Okay? It don't mean that, okay, let's say this, right? A man that's 6'4", 100K, handsome, all that stuff. It don't mean that he wants to marry you. It will mean that, you know what, he wants to try you. Right? It will mean that he will have sex with you. It will mean that, you know what, he wants to see where it can go. It don't mean that he will, there's a future in it. It don't mean that he will marry you. So that don't mean the same thing as women think. That yes, you attract these men, but any woman can attract these men. Okay? Like, even celebrities have had sex with ugly women. So really, what does that mean? It doesn't mean men can have sex with practically any kind of woman, right? And men have. It don't mean that men will marry any kind of woman.
I think that's where the challenge becomes because, dating this man, I think you're a beautiful woman. You have a beautiful face. You're in shape. You're keeping yourself up. Dating and marriage are two different categories. So we got to decide who's the pool of men that we could date and who's the pool of men that are trying to marry us.
Absolutely. And that's where the fine line comes in. And that's why I was so easily able to cut the doctor off, because it's just like this is not going the way that I foresee it going. And again, I'm not dating, and I'm not desperate. So that's what I want people to also understand. I'm not desperate. I mean, I have plenty of people in my inbox. However, they are not the ones that are marriage material to me. And if some of them are out there, they're doubtful, tell them don't. I can send them their way, but it's just not for me.
Woo! She said if you need some men, she can send the men that want her your way.
Deal with, and it's a lot of things that I've learned about myself that I'm not willing to deal with.
Got you. All right, let's do it. So we got Jasmine, Houston, Texas. Do you want the guy to be in Houston?
I would prefer for him to be, yes, in Houston or somewhere in the area. Absolutely. Or you know what? He can be willing to travel. If he is willing to travel, I am A-okay with that. However, he needs to make sure that he's going to be willing to move also. I am not going to say that I'm willing to move to a DC or anything like that. Not that it's not a beautiful place, because they all are. I have traveled everywhere, and my children have traveled with me. And please have a passport. If you're making that much money and you can't travel, that's a problem.
This woman, right, is only. This is the thing, right? Like I said, the difficulty, right? Any man that comes into her life follows her lead. Follows, it's her way or the highway. Right? She's not gonna go into another man's life and follow his lead. No, he's coming into her life to follow her lead. What, like, high value man it's like going to settle for this? And this is why, right? None of these men that she dated see a future with her. So of course she doesn't see a future with them because they don't reciprocate that. And this is the thing, right? There's no wonder that she's 42 and still single.
So please have a passport.
Okay, please have a passport, child. Don't play with Miss Jasmine. All right, so we got Jasmine, Houston, Texas, Pisces. 42. What was the age range you would date?
I say my daughter's over here prepping me. 35 and up.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. We talked about that. She she creates and designs. And you are open to having more children, you said, if you get married.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it, Jasmine.
Pure insanity. Absolute pure insanity. I said my piece, but women like this, no wonder they will stay single. Right? It's different when a man that's in his later age and is still single, it's not the same. Men is not easy for men. It is easy for women. It is only because women make it hard for themselves. And this woman is absolutely on difficult mode. So, yeah, she will definitely get plenty of DMs. Plenty of men want to tap that. But really, a marriage? Doubtful. Doubtful. But, whatever, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? Alright, it was good. I think it was a good live. I hope you guys liked it. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Please, if you guys could like, subscribe, that would be helpful. Even more helpful if you guys could check out my main channel. Right, the link is in the description down below. I will split up all these videos and put it onto that channel. I will also put, there's other videos, right? This is mainly for my live streams or any kind of offshoot videos I might want to do. But other than that, thank you for checking it out. But that's it.